What's the most obvious cover story you've heard for a classified mission gone sideways? Try explaining why an entire Special Forces team needed emergency medical treatment for food poisoning after a routine training exercise. I was working night shift at the base hospital in Germany when 6 Green Berets got rushed into our emergency room at 3 a.m. All of them had the same symptoms: severe burns on their hands and faces, chemical irritation in their eyes and throats, and what looked like blast injuries. The unit commander, Captain Blake, shows up 20 minutes later with the official story. Food poisoning from the mess hall. Bad chicken, he claimed. Happens all the time. These men just need IV fluids and observation. Problem was, I'd worked emergency medicine for 8 years. Food poisoning doesn't cause second-degree burns, it doesn't leave your eyebrows singed off, and it definitely doesn't embed metal fragments in your forearms. But orders were orders. We treated them for severe gastroenteritis and logged everything as food-related illness. The medical records had to match the cover story, even though everyone in that room knew better. The real clues started adding up fast. First, none of these guys could eat or drink anything without their hands shaking. Not from nausea, from adrenaline crash. These men had just been through something intense. Second, their gear smelled like explosives. That distinct chemical odor you get after handling C4 or other military ordnances. No amount of cleaning could hide it. Third, one of them kept muttering about the package in his sleep. Not exactly the kind of delirium you get from bad chicken. The cover story got even more ridiculous when Base Command issued a memo the next morning. Temporary closure of dining facility due to contamination. All personnel advised to use alternate food sources until further notice. Except the mess hall stayed open, served breakfast like normal. Same chicken, same cooks, same everything. If there was actually food poisoning, wouldn't they shut it down? The truth started leaking out through the other soldiers. Apparently, this training exercise involved infiltrating a mock terrorist facility across the border. Routine reconnaissance mission that intelligence had been planning for months. Everything went smooth until the extraction. Someone miscalculated the explosive charges meant to destroy evidence of their presence. Instead of a small controlled blast, half the building came down. Team barely made it out before local authorities arrived. Had to sprint 3 miles through forest to reach the pickup zone. No time for proper decontamination or medical checks. Worst part? The mock facility wasn't actually abandoned like intelligence claimed. Turned out to be an active chemical storage warehouse. When those walls came down, they released clouds of industrial solvents into the air. 6 highly trained Special Forces operatives got taken down by bad intelligence and worse planning. But admitting that would mean acknowledging an unauthorized cross-border operation that technically violated about 12 different treaties. So food poisoning it was. The official report blamed contaminated poultry from a supplier that didn't even exist. Created fake invoices, fake health inspections, even fake interviews with imaginary kitchen staff. 3 weeks later, all 6 soldiers received medical discharge papers. Chemical exposure injuries that would require long-term treatment. Officially caused by accidental contact with industrial cleaning supplies during mess hall sanitation. Captain Blake got transferred to a desk job in North Dakota. The intelligence officer who provided the bad facility information quietly retired early, and the warehouse across the border mysteriously caught fire 2 days after the incident, destroying all evidence. The cover story held up in all the official channels. Pentagon briefings, medical records, even insurance claims all showed routine food poisoning during standard training. But every medic and nurse who worked that night knew exactly what we'd really treated. You don't get chemical burns and blast injuries from eating bad chicken. Last month, I ran into one of those soldiers at a VA hospital. He was getting treatment for ongoing respiratory issues, officially listed as complications from severe foodborne illness. We made eye contact across the waiting room. He tapped his medical file and shrugged. Still dealing with that chicken? He said with a straight face. I nodded. Heard it was particularly toxic that night. Some cover stories are so obvious they become their own kind of truth.